Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have got some content coming. Every year for Halloween, we always do get some goofy stuff. This year, it appears it's going to be no exception, although definitely not as goofy as last year's the Deborah and PyCon character. I mean, that was so crazy, right? So, okay. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like a Halloween event that we're going to be getting. This is going to be a launch and a pilaf, or excuse me, launch and an oolong. I'm sorry. They're going to have several categories together, right? Like, I don't know for sure if they'll be on Dragon Ball Saga. We do have to keep that in mind, right? Because it's hard to tell if they're going to count this as kind of like a Dokkan original type character. Which, I mean, remember, we have seen something like that before. Well, many times before. But, like, you know, here was Halloween of 2020. We got the Grandpa Gohan and Pan, right? So, like, I would assume this character will be on Dragon Ball Saga, but they might not be. It's hard to say for sure. But, like, they do have several categories like Earthlings and Earthbred Fighters, and they potentially could be on, like, Dragon Ball Seekers and stuff like that. Like we'll see. I feel like maybe we could see this character being decent, but this is the type of thing that is very fun. I do find that the Halloween event we get every year is actually rather fun, right? Like being able to goof off with some of these like funny characters, like that Deborah last year was so funny. So here was 2022, right? So 2022 of October, like October 2022 is actually just an insane month. Like Kid Goku, Android 8. Let's see, these are all pretty mid. I mean, this Kid Goku's okay. And then we get the Gammas, like just insanity, right? In terms of how good the characters were last October. Quite the difference from this year where our October characters are pretty mid. Okay, so then for the Halloween stuff, we got the Deborah card. And then we also got the EZA for Android 8 and Android 17. And then, of course, that was the Super Strike PyCon. Let's pull this Deborah up, because I believe this Deborah is actually getting an EZA, which could be interesting. I do think this Angel Deborah, he could end up being a legitimate character for sure, right? So there's that. We're going to be getting the Halloween event. This should be coming in a couple of days. Keep in mind, we're also going to be getting a Dokkan Fest at the end of the month. Like, I'm just curious. Okay, so let's take a look here. So, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was on October 30th. Then in 2021, Trunks was on October 29th. And then last year, Bardock was on the 31st. If we take a look at it, I'm going to assume that the next Dokkan Fest is releasing on the 30th. So we're probably going to see... I mean, I think we could see the teaser tonight. As in 19 hours from now, we'll get the next Dokkan Fest teaser, very likely. Then, 24 hours after that, we could get the Twitter reveal, data download, and then, it'll be a couple days before the character releases. That's what happens with Bardock. Bardock last year was shown on, like, a Wednesday or something like that, and he didn't come out until, after the weekend. We've seen this happen a couple of times before. I think that's what's going to happen here. Now, I guess there is one thing that's a little different. I mean, we can't say for sure with this on the horizon, but we do have this Breaker stream. What is this? This is the 27th. This is on Friday. Yeah, it's Friday night. This happens right here. I'm seeing people wonder if maybe we could see like the next Dokkan Fest just completely shown off here. I was actually talking about this with Nano. I don't know. I feel like if we're gonna see stuff from, like, Dokkan and Legends, this goes for Legends, too, I'm leaning more towards we could just see, like, update information. Maybe these games could have, think about all the times Dokkan, was at, like, Battle Hour and some of these, like, similar type events. And, they were announcing Version Z and various parts of Version Z and stuff like that. I think that we could potentially see more so update information here rather than new character. Because, I mean, I don't think Legends... they got Legends Fest coming up. I don't think that they're going to reveal, like, all right, here's the first Legends Fest character or something like that. Like, that's probably not going to happen. And then Dokkan, I mean, I guess they could show the Dokkan Fest, but again, I'm more so wondering if we're going to see update type information. Like, oh, this update's coming to the game, that update's coming to the game, that type of stuff. It's kind of what I'm thinking. But But we do have a lot of stuff coming over the next couple days, as you guys can see. So, again, we had all those. All right, let's take a look at the next stuff here. I want to save... Yeah, we'll talk about the next thing next. Okay, so we have a new character that's going to EZA from this EZA area. It is the Angel Deborah is going to be getting an EZA. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So Angel Deborah, I mean, remember, the spirit or the structure of EZA characters typically remains the same. So, you know, like the unit super attack and a lot of this. Let's see. So he gets stats at the start of turn, extra stats per superclass ally in the team. He is a superclass ally support type unit. He gets buffed when the enemy is debuffed, though, which isn't the greatest. And then he gets HP at the end of the turn. Could this Deborah be decent? Boo Saga. Oh, he is on Boo Saga. Okay, so maybe, you know, the Oolong and Launch, you know, they really could be Dragon Ball Saga then. Sibling Bana, Otherworld Warriors, I mean, he doesn't really have... Well, okay, I mean, I guess he does have a team, actually. 17 and 18, they lead Sibling Bond, but I am not super crazy for this character, and they were designed terribly for the leader of a team, because in order for them to be exceptional, you need this. It limits your team building quite a bit. So I don't know. I mean, it's like, are we going to run like 17, 18, 3 Gokus, you know, like MVP 17, and like that's, you know, that's basically the team right there. Then the last character is going to be Angel Deborah. So I don't know. Deborah characters don't really end up with a lot of categories, huh? I don't think that this would be something... I mean, maybe Angel Deborah could be useful if we got, like, a Boo Saga Dokkan Fest or something like that. And I suppose now we could slide over to this. We get a Burst Mode announcement. Oh, here. Let me pull up the... So, the categories here are Heavenly Events and Majin Power. Now... several times before, they have dropped burst modes, and then, like, it's like, I don't know if I want to say for sure that it's, you know, a clue towards, like, what the next character coming out, but it is very similar. Now, just going over the schedule we're going to see, right, we're going to get a Dokkan Fest next week. Then November typically is pretty bad. I mean, we'll get Heroes... I think probably this week right here, and then a Dokkan Fest this week, but I don't know. I mean, this is almost kind of like an empty slot. I've theorized that typically this celebration, the start of November for JP, is the worst celebration of the year. It's been like this several years in a row, and it slots in perfectly for Global at the start of March as just like a terrible celebration, right? I believe they might use this time to kind of like, you know, put extra finishing touches on like anniversary content, right? Like, you know, making sure the anniversary LRs animations look better, putting extra time into that, because this period right here is always very dead. So, you know, over the next month, I mean, Dokkan is not going to be the most exciting, you know, just getting that out there now. So get the Dokkan Fest at the end of November. Then we'll get the next LR we're going to get is going to be Christmas time. It's going to be a Carnival LR. You know, in the kind of like the middle of December, and then we're gonna get, you know, a dual Dokkan Fest at the end of December. Very hard to say if the dual Dokkan Fest at the end of December are gonna be an LR or a TUR. There's a lot of things now at Dokkan where it's like, you know, people will say these things with such conviction. Obviously, New Year's is going to be LRs this year, and other people say, obviously, it's going to be TURs this year. The true answer is we have no idea. It could be either. They could literally go, okay, superhero stuff last year was LRs. That was a special exception. We're going back to TURs. Or they could just go, well, we're doing LRs again. We did it last year. Like, either is true, right? Like, it's you can't really super predict what Dokkan is going to do. Best we could do is kind of just say, like, what is likely, right? So, I personally do not believe that this burst mode thing is an indication what the next character is going to be. So, if it was, they'd be talking about the Dokkan Fest for Halloween. Heavenly Events and Majin Power. This would speak more to a Super Boo, if anything. I mean, a Dokkan Fest Super Boo that maybe absorbs characters, something like that. I mean, that would be so ass, dude, because the reason is we already have the easy STR Super Boo as a Dokkan Fest. We have LR Super Boo. There's no, dude, that would be such a Dokkan 2023 thing to give us another Super Boo. Like, the best Majin Power character is Super Boo. So let's make the next new best Majin Power character Super Boo. And oh, by the way, the third best Majin Power character is Super Boo. Like, could you imagine? Dude, it would drive me nuts. Because remember, something like Kid Buu and Buuhan are not on Heavenly Events, right? So that's just a Super Boo thing. Actually, wait, that is true, right? Let me actually double check that. Let me fact check that. But yeah, Buuhan characters are not on Heavenly Events. So I don't know. We could get a Gotenks. The thing is I don't really want a Gotenks Dokkan Fest though. We've had 50 of those. Gotenks needs a LR actually. So I don't know. I wouldn't be the biggest fan with Gotenks or Boo right now. Plus, we really need like a strong Buuhan would do wonders for the game. But like, dude, 2023, like we need to get out of this year, man. Like, they are making all these major characters ass. So like, if they drop Buuhan, like, this is the last, just, you know, Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan absorbed character we've gotten. If they drop him after all this time and he sucks, that would hurt. I will feel physical pain from that. Like, this guy's link set and stuff like that. Like, we need this guy to be a villain savior. And if they fumble, I will fall to my knees, and it's gonna be tough, dude. It's gonna be real tough. It's gonna be real tough. So there we go. We'll see. We got a burst mode coming. Oh, the burst mode, by the way, is for the Majin Buu candy event. So we'll see, right? Burst mode is fun. Oh, last thing I do need to mention too. So we're gonna be able to get like burst coins, and we're gonna be able to exchange those for whatchamacallit, equips. We'll be able to trade those for category equips. So this is one of those things they talked about before, where these like, they asked in a survey about using the burst mode currency for things other than just like songs and stuff like that. And then now we're getting this in game, right? The burst coin silver can be exchanged for skill balls exclusive to a specific category. That sounds intriguing to me. I mean, you know, definitely is something, right? So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think of the content coming. We're gonna get oh, by the way, this stuff, the burst mode. What was this announced on Global as well? Because it all is gonna, yeah, it was, okay, yeah, because I was gonna say it all is gonna be coming to Global, right? We're gonna get the Oolong and launch, the burst mode, and then also the easy area with Angel Deborah coming. Should be fun, right? Let me know what you guys think. Oh, and for Global, in terms of what they're getting next, I feel like it's either Super Trunks or LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. 2 years ago, they dropped Gogeta at the start of November. Last year, they dropped Vegeta and Trunks at the end of November. So it's those are two different time slots. I mean, I think Super Saiyan 4 Goku could be either. They could easily just drop Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the start of November. Omega is still in the middle of December, and then Tanobata's at the end of December. I could see them doing that. They, you know, sort of what they did 2 years ago. So we'll see. But let me know what you guys think of the Halloween stuff. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.